Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video doing a first time taste test of all the different pea protein flavors from MyProtein.com. I recently ran out of my unflavored protein powder, and on MyProtein.com they actually do not have the 5.5 pound bag in the unflavored variety anymore. And so I recently ended up purchasing their 2.2 pound bags in each of the current flavors. And so we have 4 separate flavors here. One's gonna be vanilla mint, then we're gonna have vanilla chai, we're gonna have mocha, and then banana bread. As far as the price for these, I purchased them for $58.71 with a 40% off coupon that I searched through like online, just searching for myprotein.com coupons. And then the other thing I did take advantage of is Rakuten, which is a price back or cash back type of program that's embedded into like Safari or your search engine, actually gave me 16% back off. So I ended up getting all of these for about $50 total, which is a pretty good price for 8.8 pounds of protein powder. And so what we'll do in this video is I'll walk through the nutritional value of one of the bags, and then we'll discuss the ingredients. Then we'll walk through a taste test of each of these with general feedback as we go. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing these, I'll leave links in the description below. I've done previous videos on these, but we'll just go over the packaging and the general features of the pea protein. So this is my vegan pea protein powder isolate from myprotein.com. It comes in these 2.2 pound bags. Sometimes they have larger bags, which I usually used to purchase because they were much cheaper and more affordable, but it seems like they don't really have that option available anymore, and that might just be related to demand or something like that. But we'll go over the 4 separate flavors and actually test it in a moment. But this is the banana bread, and on the back here, it's gonna have the nutritional content. We'll go through this real quick. There's gonna be a serving scoop inside the bag that you can use and take advantage of, but it'll be 1 serving will be 1 scoop, and there's gonna be 30 total servings per bag, which will encompass 130 calories, 3 grams of fat. It's going to be 0 cholesterol because this is pea protein and there's no animal product in it. It's got 360 milligrams of sodium, which is pretty good for pea protein. If you look online, a lot of them have a lot of sodium, so you do have to be cautious with that. The total carbohydrates is 4 grams. 1 is from dietary fiber. And then the protein content per serving is 21 grams. I believe that does vary from one bag to the other. I thought the last one was 22 grams for the unflavored one, but that's something to keep in mind. And then as far as other nutritional vitamins and stuff, there's 38 milligrams of calcium, which is only 2% of your daily value. Iron is 6.9 milligrams, which is 40%, which is very good for somebody that's vegetarian or vegan, because it is hard to get iron, and so this is a really good source from that standpoint. And then there's a little bit of potassium at 55 milligrams. As far as the ingredients itself, it's pea protein, clean, creamy trademark, which is basically oleic sunflower oil, tapioca starch, natural gum, natural flavor, cellulose gum, sucralose, salt, acesulfate, potassium, which is probably a preservative. So the majority of these are really just pea protein, and then kind of some fillers that act like that give you the texture aspect of it. As far as instructions, it says use 1 scoop per 6 to 8 ounces of water or whatever milk, oat milk, whatever you have as far as that. So that's it as far as the packaging. I'm going to open up the top here just to give you a sense of how these bags work, because I do have feedback from using these bags. Once you open the top here, it does have like a Ziploc bag. This is a little bit different than the other one. The larger bag actually had it was kind of like a Velcro closure, which was pretty nice. But the Ziploc bag's kind of hit or miss here, where sometimes it doesn't close all the way. So just keep that in mind. But usually it does the job, or if you have issues closing it, you can just fold it over. But in general, for those of you that do not have protein, or have not seen pea protein, sorry, I'll scoop out the contents here just to give you a sense of what it looks like. But this is the scoop and the serving size. but pea protein is going to be a much more powdery consistency. So if you look on my hands and stuff, it's much more powdery and grainy. The advantage of this is if you mix it with water or oat milk or whatever it might be, it does mix very easily as compared to like whey protein or the other proteins. The only thing though is it does have like a grainy texture to it. So when you first try this for the very first time, you just have to kind of be cognizant of that because it's a little bit different compared to others. So you just have to keep that in mind. But that's it as far as the packaging. That's what it looks like. Now what we'll do is we'll do a taste test of all 4 of these just to give you a sense of how they taste, and I'll give you feedback as we go. Okay, so as far as for taste testing this, I'm not going to use the entire scoop just because I don't want to end up with like 4 servings of full protein here. So what I did was I just did 1 heaping spoonful in each of these cups. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of oat milk here to each of them just to basically blend it in so that it's an even consistency so we can get a sense of the overall taste and blending with this. I thought it was appropriate to show you mixing one just to give you a sense of the consistency, but this is the oat milk mixed with the mocha flavor. I actually use a milk frother. This is my plug for the cafe milk frother. You can check out the video on this, but this is a great milk frother. Has an on-off switch, is rechargeable, and has a double whisk built into it, so it works really well. This is probably the easiest way to blend this if you don't use like a blender ball container, blender, whatever you want to call it. But really all you have to do is just put this in and allow it to do its thing where it just basically mixes it on its own, and it'll blend this super quick without any problems. So there's a little bit of frothiness there, but no chunks or anything like that. And that gives you a sense of how the pea protein blends in as compared to traditional proteins. So I did want to show you that up close. Okay, so now we're going to do the taste test one by one. So on the right here, we have the banana bread. I don't like bananas, so I'm going to be pretty interested in this, but it's actually not that bad. For somebody that doesn't like that artificial banana taste, there is a slight taste of that where it does taste like kind of like that fruity tooty, like artificial banana flavor. It's not really like an authentic, genuine banana flavor as far as fresh bananas, but it is an artificial flavor. It's not too strong though, not too sweet. It is kind of, it's there, but it's not too crazy there. But it's something that I could see mixing this in with something that's chocolatey or has peanut butter if you do want to add a banana flavor to like a smoothie of some form. So I could see it blending pretty well with other ingredients like strawberries or whatnot. But it's not too bad, especially for somebody that doesn't really like bananas. So that's that one. Next up we have is the Mocha. So this should be a chocolate mocha, but we'll taste it. And this one's pretty good. So I'll say that it is a chocolatey flavor, definitely a mocha component to it. Gives you a sense of like that coffee mocha flavor, and I really like this one. I have no complaints whatsoever. It tastes really good here. It's really like a chocolatey mocha flavor without any issues. Previously I did buy their chocolate stevia. I don't know if they make it anymore, but that was actually a good one. I got like 11 pounds of it and drank all the way through it without any problems. But that was pretty good. The mocha is a little bit different than that if they still sell it. This is more of a mocha flavor. Next up I believe is vanilla chai. So we'll see how this one is. It's weird. There's a slight hint of chai, subtle, fake protein powder, vanilla flavor to it. Not the greatest blend. It kind of just reminds me of like it's trying, but it's not really working out. In the past, I've never really drank vanilla protein powders because I've never really liked them. I've always stuck with chocolates because it's pretty straightforward and it's easy to blend with other items. But this one, I think it just isn't great as far as a pea protein, because with pea protein, even the unflavored version, you do get like a protein pea flavor in the background, and with the vanilla and the chai, you still get a hint of that, like that pops through. So you've got 3 separate flavors, like a vanilla, a hint of like a chai flavor, and then you have the underlying pea protein, which doesn't really blend well. So I don't like that much. With these two, I didn't really notice the pea flavor, so that's that. And then lastly will be vanilla mint, which I suspect will be very similar. And that's surprisingly not that bad. It's like a vanilla minty smell, like taste, I guess. The mint I expected to be pretty bad because I thought it would be like an artificial flavor. But this does blend pretty decently. Doesn't taste too vanilla-y, but it's a decent drink, to be honest. Like, I don't see anything inherently wrong with it. The one thing I did notice is, at least for these two, the vanillas, when you smell it, you do get the aroma of the pea protein a little bit more, which I didn't notice with the Mocha. The Mocha's like overcasting that smell. And then for this one, the banana bread literally smells like banana, like that artificial banana flavor. So at least for the vanillas, you do still get that pea protein aroma that stands out. So I think with that aroma, it kind of overpowers it a little bit. I'll say that the mint is definitely better than the chai, at least from my perspective. It does give you a minty, fresh taste, and it's not overpowering. It's not an artificial peppermint flavor. So I'm surprised by that because I anticipated it would be pretty bad. The chai, definitely, I don't like. It just didn't blend well. The flavor profile doesn't blend. Mocha is pretty good. It's chocolatey mocha. You can blend that with a bunch of things and no problems. And the banana bread, even though it's that artificial banana-y taste, I could see it working very, very well as far as versatility in different smoothies, as far as mixing with fruits and stuff. So that's really all I have for this video. I've been using the pea protein from MyProtein for quite some time. This past go around, I looked on Amazon, looked at different options, and looked at like the price per ounce or pound or whatever you would be. And it actually came out that these were cheaper by far with all of the discounts. So what I recommend is go online, just go like MyProtein coupons or promo codes. There's usually something available. Like the one I found was just like, it was in Spanish and it gave 40% off. So I applied that. And then through Rakuten, it actually gave me 16% back. And so that really reduces the price. And a lot of times MyProtein already has underlying sales where they offer it 50% off around holidays and such. So what I usually do is I bulk up and buy a lot of it at that time period just to save on it. So I could get 9 pounds, what you see in front of you, for much cheaper at $50, which is very, very affordable for protein powder. So that's all I have for this video. Hopefully it's helpful. If you have questions, comments, post them below. Definitely check out that milk frother. It's actually one of the best I've seen, and I've reviewed 4, 5, 6 of them at this point. But thanks for watching and have a great day.